Now I know the birdshot pattern is pretty impressive, but what about the buckshot? We're gonna find out right now if we can potentially get a double. Today we're heading out back out to Oski Ridge of Alberta, Canada, and we're gonna be hunting with a 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun for the first time. Every single species that we see, that's all we're gonna be using, from birdshot to buckshot all the way to slugs. All right, we got our first herd of whitetail that we just came upon here, and there's a beautiful whitetail buck right down over there, which I can't quite see just yet, but there he is right there. You can see his rack sticking up. That's him right there. Right there at 140 yards. All right, well, in this case here, we're gonna pull out our 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun loaded with slugs, and we're gonna double check to make sure it's got slugs in it. Then we're gonna pull out our scope here and get lined up for a shot. This buck here is actually pretty cool too. I'm not exactly sure when this rack came out and became a thing, but I believe that's the first time I've seen this rack. And with that being the case, I'd like to be able to try and get him with the follow-up shot after we get this one right there. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it had potential. It had potential. We probably got him hit a little bit high. There he is. Oh! Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get him now, but he's definitely hit. He's gotta be hit. There he goes. All right, I'd like to take a shot, but at that distance there, it's just way too far. We're gonna have a ridiculous amount of drop, so we're gonna have to track him down. I can't imagine he wouldn't have went down from that, but either way, we're gonna go over there, go see what kind of blood we got, and assess the situation. So after looking back at it now, I realized that I was holding too high. Considering we were zeroed for 160, there was no reason I should have held high. In fact, we should have held low, but also at the same time, we held high on both shots. So one on the buck that we wanted, and two on the second buck as well. Now the second one, it was clearly a miss, but that's kind of the misreading part, is the fact that I honestly didn't know where it hit. But looking back at it, you can see that if we hit high at 140 while we were holding for the front shoulder, if we're shooting at 150 and we're holding for the spine, we're guaranteed shooting right over the top of that thing. So what happened is we missed that buck and ended up hitting a different one. So kind of a bonus, but not really, I guess. All right, well, we got blood here, but it's not looking too promising. I'm not exactly sure what happened with that shot. We could have been just a tad bit too far forward, but nonetheless, I mean, we for surely did get him. And now we know not to take a 160-yard shot and hold it on the front shoulder like that. But you never know. Sometimes you could get him, sometimes you don't. And we do have blood here from yet another one. But I don't know if that's gonna go down or not. According to this, it doesn't look like we have enough hunting pressure for him to go down, but we could be wrong. We could be wrong about that one. So we're gonna continue tracking this one and see what it leads us to. Who knows? It might lead us to both bucks piled up onto the ground. Nonetheless, it's for surely gonna be our first buck with the 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun on the Oski Ridge. Ooh, a black bear. It's pretty cool tracking this thing down in the snow, not gonna lie. I mean, obviously we didn't hit it that good, so we really need the tracks on in this case here, but had we hit it a little bit better or got more penetration, then we could track this thing pretty decent. You know, you can see the trails going through the snow like that. And of course, there's our giant right here, our 215 to 220 buck. Then we got the one with the cool rack here, and this buck here actually has a rack that well, it looks a little bit different from here now. But I don't know, maybe when we pick it up, we'll be able to get a better view of this here. A 148-yard shot to the hind quarter. That's not even close to what we were aiming for, so I'm not sure about that. But very unique rack. Did we even get the right? I think we actually shot the wrong one, guys. This is not the one that we were trying to get. Somehow we hit a different one while we were trying to get a bigger one. That is not the buck that we wanted, which is why I seen the one running away and it was still at 75 to 100%. Well, anyways, we did get him, so at least we got one. And then we got this one here. This is another beautiful whitetail, 212. We shot high, guys. We shot high. And we drilled that shoulder, dead center shoulder blade at 150 yards. Boy, you couldn't hit much shoulder if you tried. You really couldn't. But the reality is, if you took a shot like that, you would most likely go through and hit the spine, but you probably wouldn't get a vital hit, and you would have to get a follow-up shot into him. So good to know for next time. Wow, good to know. At 140 yards, we did get a little bit of a raise, and that makes sense. We were holding dead center right here, but we got a 6-inch raise because he was 40 yards closer. I honestly should have thought about that. But now we know for next time. If he's under 150, hold for the heart every time. Oh, there we go. We just came around the next point here and already spotted a beautiful whitetail. Another 200 plus buck right there. We got a 197 minimum up to 237. I'm going to say he's probably going to be, well, that's another good 180 buck there. I still want to try and get back on the trail of the other buck that we tried to get from before, but we weren't able to connect on it. But anyways, this time we're going to go for a 150 yard shot so we can hold right on. Potentially even 160 if that's possible. I don't know. But from this angle here, we're going to have to swing wide right. Otherwise, he's going to catch our scent. The good thing is we got a bunch of cover between us and him, so we should be able to use that in our favor. But yeah, I'd like to get back on the track of that other buck that we saw from before. Mainly because of the fact that I've never seen that rack before. So it'd be really cool to get a good look at it. Although I think it's quite interesting the fact that we didn't even get the right buck. Somehow, when we took the shot at the second one, he must have been running, and there must have been a buck that was behind him, which then kind of crossed out in front of the path of our bullet there. We got some more whitetail out there as well. That's, it would be cool to take a 200 yard shot because he's so broadside there, but that's only a 160, 170 buck. However, there is our giant right there at 150 yards. I just realized that we are actually about to be in range. Well, technically, we are in range. And there's our buck right there. We got to make sure we're 160 this time. Not 140 like we were last time. So according to this doe is 150. This buck is a beautiful whitetail. So we want to make sure this shot counts. And now we got all these does moving around here trying to obstruct our shot. But it looks like right there is going to be our shot at 150. I kind of still want to hold low, to be honest. But here we go. We held low. Oh my God, we smoked him. He's going down. We could have got a follow up on this one too. Ooh. We hit something. Did we hit him? Oh my God, I think we hit him. Oh my God, we got him hit. Holy. He's out there a long ways now. I lost him. Where did he go? Where did he go? Is that him there? Stopped out there. All right. So that was a 160 yard shot roughly. 150 yard shot at 213, and our shot still hit dead center. My goodness, this thing actually does not drop whatsoever. So that means we could go for a 180 yard shot and still potentially get a hard hit if we're holding for center lung. That's good to know. No matter what, if we're at 150 and under, we gotta hold low. Wow. So I'd say that at 200 yards, we might be able to hold it right on the top of the lung and still get a vital hit. We might. Either way, that's another beautiful whitetail buck right there. Now, if we run into some ducks, we may potentially pull out the bird shot here and go for some. But that also reminds me, the fact that, ooh, we got a beaver right there. 80 yards out. Rolled him right over. First beaver down. Ooh, a bunch of whitetail just took off there. I hope there wasn't any good bucks in there, because I didn't get a chance to look. Oh, that's a cool looking buck. I can't quite tell. Is that the one that we wanted? That's the wide buck. There's the one trivial there. Doe. Doe. And pheasant call. Ooh. We may go after this pheasant, depending on if we see it or not in time. There he is right there at 125 yards. Nope, he's going the wrong direction for us. And he is hauling. Plus, he's not really that big either, so we'll continue on with our hunt. So we just snuck up to a whole herd of whitetail and they're less than 30 yards away. Now I know the birdshot pattern is pretty impressive, but what about the buckshot? We're gonna find out right now if we can potentially get a double. Oh my God. I think we just officially pulled off a double. Let's go. Our first ever double with a 12 gauge and the buckshot. He's down. He is down right there. Oh, right there. Beaver, beaver, beaver. Oh my God, we got a beaver down with buckshot as well. We probably could have used a slug on that, but we'll see what that did there. And that one was hit 3 times. 15 yards, 15 yards, and 15 yards in the intestine. Looks like we can use the buckshot on the beaver, but we just didn't quite connect on that first shot. Oh, we hit the shoulder and the neck. Both those would have been vital hits, but you just didn't connect, I guess. Anyways, let's get over here and go get our 2 whitetail bucks that we just shot with an official double. That's our first ever double on whitetail bucks. Ended up pulling off a perfect neck shot at 33 yards on this one. And then this one, I'd say we probably got a vital hit. Looks like we did connect on a lung and almost hard shot at 35 yards, a 170 buck. That's pretty cool. Now we know the buckshot can definitely take down a buck at out to about 50 yards. I mean, both of those shots here connected on lung. So, not bad. And we weren't even aiming on a specific buck. We were literally trying to hit both of them at the exact same time, so that makes it even more impressive. But from this point on, I want to switch back to the slugs. So that way, if we catch, or if we kick up a big bull elk, or potentially a whitetail, then we're ready for them. All right, we're about to take a running shot here at 150 on this buck. I'm hoping he crosses over here. Oh, he turned back on me. Now he's running straight away from me, which I guess isn't the worst option. Oh my God, we missed. It's so strange having to know that you have to hold low every single time now. Like, look, we got him out there at 150. No! No, 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 no. Wow. Oh my God. Huh. We couldn't hit him at 100 yards running straight away from us, but we absolutely smoked him at about 180 to 200 going up a hill. Just one perfect shot. And he crumbled. I mean, probably a neck shot? I honestly don't know. But either way, that was really cool. It almost looks like an ATV went up this hill here. But it's really just 2 sets of trails from these deer here. Wow, there's no way. What a dandy buck too. Look at the rack on that thing. Holy, that's an awesome buck. Oh my God, that's a vital hit, you guys. No way. There is no way. That's a 12-pointer too. Oh, look at the points. Let's pick him up. It's a neck shot at 180 yards on the run. Holy. He's going to be a 180.56, and we got to find out how many points this thing has, because that's pretty cool. Looks like, oh, can't really see from here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A 12 pointer. Holy. That's an awesome buck. And an even more awesome shot. I can't believe how we connected on that shot. And actually got some solid penetration too. Look at that. Oh. Boy, you couldn't do that again if you tried. Oh my God. What an amazing moment that was right there. Oh, we got a real nice level 7 male wolf right in front of us here. He's about 125 yards out. We're gonna have to hold low. Oh, wait. He just laid down. He just laid down right there. Now I can't even see him anymore. Well, we're gonna have to get a better angle for the shot. And the thing is, we're not gonna have a ton of time because we got hunters all around us right now. I gotta try and figure out which way he's facing. I really can't tell anything from here. I got one good idea. It's a pretty good one. Oh, here we go. The thing is, once we crouch up this time, we're gonna have to take a shot almost immediately, because otherwise there's a chance he could spook. Hey, there he is. I just seen him there. Lost him. There. There he is. Got him. He smoked. Yes. All right, that actually worked out pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting that. But pretty cool because we got to use our collar and the new 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun with the slugs. Plus we took down a real nice gray wolf with it. We ended up zeroing for 100 because he was pretty close to us, and I think from now on we're going to stay zeroed in for 100, mainly because of the fact that this thing shoots pretty high. But we got some good blood here, and he ran off this way. More blood there, and there's our wolf. He was a good one. And he's gonna be a gold at 37.05. Our shot was a lung liver at 76 yards. And it did quite a nice job on this wolf, if I do say so. He was a good one too, 145 pounder. Wow. That's a sweet looking wolf right there. We got a real good muley coming right towards us here. And he's gonna be somewhere around 100 yards out any minute. There he is right there. 100 yards out from us. Smoked him. I really got to get better at getting a follow-up shot into this thing quicker. Because we had plenty of time, I just didn't shoot in time. I don't know. Well, either way, he's going down pretty quick. Yeah, maybe low 200s, 205 or something. 206.23. A little shy of gold, but pretty solid muley there. And our shot connected right behind the front shoulder at 96 yards away. Not bad. Actually, has a pretty cool rack on him. Well, if you look right there, we got eyes on a really cool male dusky grouse. He's 200 yards. Oh my God, right above us. Right above us. I don't have the right ammo in. He literally just flew it over our head. Where is my bird shot? Where is my bird shot? Did we run out completely and it never reloaded in here somehow? It did. The good thing about this is the fact that we can actually take the grouse while it's on the ground and still get full integrity. So what I plan on doing is trying to basically sneak up on it and get in here through this brush. Then we potentially might be able to get in range. There are a ton of mallards here taking off. But we should be able to get to roughly 50 yards. And what I've noticed is the fact that we can take up to a 70-yard shot and connect with the bird shot. And we should be somewhere around 100 yards out from this bird right here. If we can get around this point, I'm hoping he's going to be in range. But I don't see him unless... Is that him right there? Nope, that's not him. So yeah, he must be just on the back side of this hill. Meanwhile, we got mallards coming in. Look at this. Mallards circling here, dropping down in. They must be landing down here on this lake. I would imagine that's probably where they're going. Interesting. Which, oh, those are not mallards. Those are geese. Canada geese. So we got mallards and Canada geese here. And I guess they must be landing maybe in that stream down there. Oh, we got a wolf here. Wait, did somebody just shoot that wolf? I bet this guy did. Well, that's not exactly ideal, but it's a lot better than having the wolf come over here and spook our animal. Which, ooh, he should be right here. Hopefully that didn't exactly just happen. Wait, I think I see him. Oh yeah, there he is right there. Oh, that's a cool grouse. He is 75 yards out from us. And he has no clue that we're here. Wow. We're gonna get to 50. And we're gonna take him. That's what we're gonna do. Right there, we got him at 60. And now it's snowing. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, we're gonna take the shot. He's starting to get hesitant. Got him! Oh. For some reason it seemed like our first shot hit low. So we put a follow-up into it and well, he wasn't going anywhere after that. Well, let's take a look at him. That was pretty cool. It's gonna be a slate gray and a gold 135.75 male gold dusky grouse. So our first shot absolutely drilled him in the head, but it didn't drop him on the spot. Still did some good damage, 93% with that hit. And the second shot made a perfect headshot at 61, and I think at that point there, he was already basically going down, which is why we only got one BB into the head there. But yeah, 61 yards. That worked out pretty nicely. And a sweet bird is down. In fact, I think we might even want to get this thing mounted. Look at how cool this grouse is. Holy. Wow. Yeah, we're going to get him mounted if it doesn't cost too much, 1,500. We're going to do that. Plus, that's our first slate gray grouse with the new 12 gauge. So, kind of awesome. What'd be even more awesome is if we could hit one of these ducks here in the air as they flew over us, but they're just a little bit too high up there. Oh, that is awesome. Imagine if we had the goose collar on us. Then we could potentially be able to call on these geese right to us here. Which, nope. Oh, we do have this. Oh, we could use that. Oh, there's our moose. 150 yards out. We're gonna throw a 2 into him. Get ready. Get set. Oh my God. He bolted so fast we couldn't even think about getting a follow-up shot into that thing. Like absolutely ridiculously speed. Oh, I do got a good idea though. It's a really good idea. We're gonna put out our collar here and see if we can't potentially call in some geese. Oh my God, 2 flocks just circled. We got about 15 of them circling us. And we actually have full cover here, so that's pretty awesome. We gotta remember to go down there and get our... What did we shoot? Oh, the moose. Is that a whitetail? No, elk. Okay. Get ready. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They're getting low. They're getting really low. It looks like they're kind of landing down back over into that hill there, though. That's not what was supposed to happen. Wait. Oh my god, they landed right on top of us. Oh, we doubled up. Reload, reload, reload. Get him, get him, get him. Yes, we tripled up. Whoo! All right, get back in, get back in. Those two landed right on top of us. I mean, right on top of us. They were almost too close. Holy, we got more circling. We got more geese coming in. But I think we hit the absolute jackpot on geese here. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Yeah, I typically don't see this many geese in an area like this. Especially the fact that we have no decoys at all. Look at more circling. Those may be... Yeah, more geese. We now have, oh, a good 50 geese circling. Pretty high up, but right here's 5 coming in for sure. Ooh, unless these mallards circle. If they circle, I kind of want to get some mallards. More geese dropping in like flies. Oh, the mallards are circling. Holy, we hit the absolute jackpot. Oh, that's a giant. We can't pass him up. No way we're passing that thing up. No way. He was too big. Oh, there goes all the mallards. Oh my god. Way too big of a goose to not take him down, especially at the fact that he was only 7 yards away. Look at how tight our pattern was. 7.28 gold. And he's a gray Canadian goose. I like the new designs on these geese too. Take a look at that. Really cool wingspan there. Very, very fluffy. Wow, that's very cool. Oh, we got more geese coming in right now. So we're not going to really be able to spend too much time sitting here looking at this goose. Oh, right there. Got him. Oh. Holy ducks. My goodness. All right, well, I think that's it. We got to continue on with this hunt somehow. Just stacking them up here. Wow. Though it would be kind of cool to get at least one Drake mallard. So tell you what we're gonna do is try and switch over to snow geese here and mallard. So that way we can get either one or the other to come in. If we could get a snow goose, that'd be super awesome. But also mallards, those are cool too. Here we go, here we go. They drop down, they drop down. There's a drake up in the front and a drake in the back. Nice. All right, hopefully we can get at least 2 of these drakes. Well, I think there's only 2 drakes in this whole flock, so either way, we should be doing pretty good. Geese coming in. More mallards. Nice drake there. And... oh, they freaking landed on our head. Those are geese. Those were the geese that were circling. That's not what I wanted, though. Where's the mallards? Come on, don't tell me the mallards spooked. I don't see the mallards anymore. Wait. Is that a mallard? Sure is. It sure is. There's only one, though. We're gonna let him be for a second, because we got another flock coming in. That should be the other drake right there, coming in the front. Just it! Oh my god, we tripled up! Yes! We accomplished our mission, and we got 2 drake mallards out of that. Heck yes. Let's get these geese now. And another one. 13-yard. Wow. About 17 BBs to the neck, wing, and lung. So then we should be able to have 2 drake mallards down out of that. At least it seemed like we hit 2 of them. There's one right there, 15.15, flying 35-yard shot. We connected. Then the other one we got flying over there. Hit him in the wing somehow. But we got one more lone goose here, and then we got to go track down our bull moose, which, unless that's him laying there. Nope. All right, here's this goose. Then we got our final Drake mallard duck. 47-yard shot, and we connected nicely on that. Wow. All right, we were in this tree here. Are those mallards? No, those are more geese. More Canadians. That should be our mallard. Yes, it is our Drake mallard duck. It seems like the mallards, when they hit the ground, they kind of bury into the snow, which is actually pretty realistic, but at the same time, there'd be a bunch of red spots on the snow. Smoked him though at 35 yards flying. Looks like we drilled him in the wing on both sides, breastbone, and in the pelvic bone. All right, I just realized we're gonna have a little bit of a difficult time finding out where this moose was, unless... never mind. We found blood. Literally walked right into his trail. Got some more good blood here, and we're not even gonna have to track this thing down with the tracks on. More blood here. More blood there. And then this part here is not so good because he ran through that thicket, but he's got to come out eventually. I lost. This might be his track here. Yep, got his track. Still going. There's more blood there. And then he either went straight down here or turned. There he is. There he is. Let's take a look at our bull. It's a good one, 173, and our first shot. Ooh. You know how I said that the follow-up shot didn't register? Oh, wait a second. This is not our moose. Somebody else shot this moose. Somebody shot this moose with a 300 Magnum and hit it right in the nose zone. Oh, that would have sucked. Literally shot below the spine and above the lung with a 300 Magnum. So then we took our shot at 140 on the walk and got a lung liver to take him down with the 12 gauge slugs. All right, we got eyes on a real nice ram out here. This one's out there at 185 yards out. Now, we're gonna be able to hold it right on the front of the shoulder. And I'd say we should be pretty good. All right, here we go. Oh my God, I think we drilled them. Yes, we did. Holy, we didn't get hardly any drop at all. At almost 200 yards. What do we got way up on the top of that hill there coming down? Are those are muley? Nothing big though. 2 small bucks. 3 small bucks. Is there really nothing decent in there? Well, let's get down here and go take a look at this ram, which is piled up right there. Now we know we can take up to a 200-yard shot with this shotgun and connect. All right, so we took the shot right here, and our ram didn't go maybe 30 yards. Let's pick him up. It is going to be a gold at 159.27, and our shot connected. Literally didn't get any drop at all at 183 yards. Drilled him right in the center of that shoulder there and smoked that ram. Wow. If that doesn't tell you how good this 12 gauge with the slugs is, I don't know what will. Well, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are finding out that the new 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun is a lot of fun and pretty cool to use in Call of the Wild. So, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.